What's going on, guys? This is Ominous Z from SAD Productions and Gaming, and I'm here with Small Russian Kid, and we're going to do a test video on the June patch suppression system. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have absolutely no perks, no squad suppression, no squad cover, and you're going to see how my vision is going to be blurred, but my rounds are not as accurate if you look at the wall. Okay, I'm using the Scar H, and that is, it has a lot of recoil, but notice the recoil when I am being suppressed with no perks whatsoever. Okay, so now we're going to move into the squad suppression is going to be disabled, but I am going to have squad cover. Okay, so he has no suppression system on. However, I have the squad cover, and if you notice the wall, again, my rounds are a lot more accurate. Okay, so, he can have any perk on. He can have the explosive perk. He can have the ammo perk. However, as long as I've got cover on, my rounds are a lot more accurate. Basically, like if he wasn't shooting me at all. Okay, rounds are still accurate. And as you can see, he's still firing. And take a look at the back of that video. My rounds are a little bit more center placed. Okay, you see that there? All right, now we're going to move into the squad suppression enabled and the squad cover perk enabled. And I'm shooting at the wall, and notice how they basically cancel each other out. Kind of like the first part of the video where we had no perks on. It's basically, this is like having no perks. Squad suppression, squad cover enabled, they cancel each other out. And lastly, we're going to move into the squad suppression enabled and squad cover perk disabled. Now, if you notice, there's, I still get a lot more recoil. My rounds are not as center placed, but is not as strong as I would have expected. I would think that if you have the squad suppression on and I have nothing, it would be a lot more suppression going on. Alright, so just to recap, when you have absolutely no squad suppression or squad cover, no perks whatsoever, you get a good suppression effect and your rounds are not as accurate. You can still hit, but if you've noticed, you've got a little bit more recoil. Okay, so now if you have absolutely no squad suppression, but you do have your squad cover enabled, you're going to be more accurate. You're gonna hit your rounds. Hit your target a lot more center mass, and you're gonna be more accurate with squad cover. Very important. Now, when you have squad suppression enabled and squad cover enabled, basically they cancel each other out. Kind of like what I expected. And lastly, having absolutely no squad cover, but you have squad suppression enabled, you don't really get the effect too much of being suppressed. You are suppressed, but I would have liked to see a more suppression effect, maybe a more blurred effect on the screen. So, all right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this little test video, and I hope you rate, subscribe, and I'll see you on the battlefield. Take care.